Hi folks, County Line Gardener with you again. Today, this is August the 4th. We're gonna, the day after Labor Day, we're gonna do a garden update for for September update. I'm sorry. I'm behind a month here, but things are sure slowed down here. We're done. We're done. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. We'll go around here. We'll start right here with the raised bed. We had 9 raised beds full of tomatoes, and they're done. They're done. There's a few stragglers left in there. Compare this to the last video, and you'll see what I mean. They're gone. They're gone. This one here, we had an oh man, did we have a good year of tomatoes. Awfully good year. We'll go on around here. This is strawberries. And look what the pumpkins have started growing into my strawberries. Now I'll tell you, if you remember the videos. Look at this. What's coming out of that box there? These are pumpkins. What we do is we plant onions in the spring in April. There's a nice one there. Going to be a couple of them. Here's a box. Here's a box. This box here was produced. It's still got a few on it. Got a few on it I can pick. These are best boy. These 3 boxes here were our paste tomatoes. These were Amish paste, all 3 of them. We had a little bit of trouble this year with calcium deficiency. Not bad at all. There's my plow. I'll get with you on that here in a minute. We had a little bit of antelope blossom rot. Not bad at all. But we're gonna add some lime, some pelletized lime to each one of these boxes next year. Probably about 30 pounds. Each box, 16 feet long, 3 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. Now here's a box. I've already cleaned out one half of it. They had Omar Lebanese tomatoes in them. Well, I found out that Omar Lebanese are pink tomatoes. They're big, but they're pink. I don't care. I just don't care for pink tomatoes. Now look how compact these plants are. These are better bush, and they are outstanding little tomatoes, but they're not real big, you can see. But the plants don't get over 3 feet, 4 feet tall at the most. They stay in the box. Them over there went crazy. Here's the main thing I wanted to show you, and this is kind of sad. Here is, if you'll recall, if you'll watch the last videos, this was, and I want to stress was, my blackberry patch. I had 600 feet of blackberries down here, 6 rows of 100 feet long, of the biggest, sweetest, best tasting blackberries you could handle. Oh my goodness. But it got to the point, they were 6 years old this year. And we got a lot of blackberries off of them. Look at them, they're gone. They're totally gone. I plowed them up and everything. Anyway, we trimmed those plants, all 6 rows of those, I don't know if you'll recall, in April. Okay, I cut them down. They look like hedges. They weren't 3 feet tall. And they weren't 2 feet wide when I got them all done. And I want you to know, in 90 days, they had grown 4 feet. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I couldn't keep up with it. So we decided at RA, we took them down. Here's what's left of the garden, and there ain't nothing left. It's all gone. It's all tilled up. I've tilled it twice. I'm going to grow grass here. Like I did just where we drove through there. That used to be garden also. Oh, if I can get a pan around there. That used to be garden too, all the way up top of that bank. All this was garden, 350 feet. Well, we cut it in half 2 years ago. Now this year, we're not doing it no more. Unfortunately, we're getting to the age where we don't feel like doing it. We don't feel like we don't want to do it. And the only thing, the only thing I grew up here this year that was worth a hoot, for some reason, was green beans. I had tomatoes in here, if you'll recall the last videos or two, right in here. I had 90 tomato plants in here, and they didn't do worth a hoot up here. Now we're gonna, after we get done here, we're gonna talk about it, but we'll go down this last row of blackberry here. Like I've told you before, these blackberries here, all I dug up from up there at the other blackberry patch and brought them up here and retransplanted them, propagated them, I think is what they call it. I don't know. But there's still a few blackberries hanging on here, still wanting to be eat. There's one right there. You see that? Let's just pull that off of there. Oh, ain't that pretty? So we'll still have these 5 rows up here, but that's it. Those others. Now here's something I had to do. Another reason I'm shutting the garden down. As you can see, I till this up. I get this, when I till it, oh, I make it nice, and it's almost like sand. Well, as you can tell, there's probably a 3 to 4 degree slope there. It drains very well. But look where it's draining to. It's going out into the grass. And actually, down here, that's what this ditch is for here now. Actually, down here, it got into my neighbor, that fella there. It got into his yard. Yeah, almost. See how that run over there from over here? And I can't have that. So I'm getting grass to grow in here now. This is where the corn was, and I tilled it down, then I mowed it and all that, you know. Look at the crazy wild corn growing up there. It's crazy. Well, our corn didn't do worth a hoot this year. I mean, not worth a flop. And, well, I told my wife, I said, I'm not growing it anymore. My tomatoes didn't do any good up here, so I'm not growing them up here anymore. I'm not growing anything up here anymore. We're not going to grow any green beans either. Green beans is one of the best things we had this year. Green beans and tomatoes up here in the raised beds. And we're going to get up here on the back porch, my office I call it, and we're going to sit down. We're going to talk about this year's garden and production and things like that. And, but this is sad coming over this hill and not seeing any blackberries down here anymore. It's all, they're gone. I mean, they're gone. I plowed them up. We seen that Middle Buster plow up there. Then I knocked them down with the front end loader. Then I tilled it. Then I plowed it. Then I tilled it again. It's a smoother. All I'm going to do now, I'm just waiting on grass to start growing. And it will. I don't have to plant a grass seed anywhere. Well, we're about done here. Get on back up here, and this is going to be the last garden video of the year. I still do my model ships, if you'll recall. I like to build model ships. Excuse me. I like to build model ships, and I got my train. I got my HO train set. You recall the other videos. We'll still do that. Here's something I wanted to show you folks. Anybody knows what that is, let me know. It's kind of, I thought it was corn when it first started growing. It's wild. It just popped up out of them rocks. Right next to that bird bath there. Beautiful plants. You know, it looks like corn. But man, it's pretty. It's got a tassel on the top. And man, the birds like that tassel. There's something in that tassel them birds are eating. But anybody knows what that is, let me know. I'm getting ready to pull it out of there. But for right now, it's really pretty. But anyway, that's that. And got the greenhouse over here. We're not growing plants anymore to sell, so we probably won't be using the greenhouse anymore. I got to put a new roof on it, and I'm probably going to just put a regular roof on it this time instead of that clear. That clear, it breaks. It breaks up there. There's the old tractor. I ain't going to have a whole lot of use for that anymore. Cause I'm not gardening anymore. Not up there. All I'm going to have are these raised beds. Now I am going to put one more raised bed. My wife doesn't know this yet. Right here. I got about a 12, 14 foot section here. I'm going to put my raised bed in there. But the raised beds look, oh, they did outstanding. We'll talk about it here in a minute. Let me get up there and sit down, and I'm still pulling a few tomatoes each day just to eat. You know, I'll go drive by, and I got my salt shaker here, and I'll grab one and eat it. And tell you what, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to shut this down for a minute, set it up on the tripod, and I'll see you back on the porch, okay? Here in a minute. Bye-bye.